Rory Mcilroy returns to the scene of his last major championship victory next week as the PGA Championship begins at Valhalla, and the Northern Irishman heads to Kentucky in fine form. Rory Mcilroy returns to the scene of his last major triumph this week, seeking to end a near 10-year drought and get on another hot streak to finally fulfill his potential. The Ulsterman seemed set to dominate golf when he claimed his fourth major title at the age of 25 at the 2014 US PGA in Kentucky. Yet the Ryder Cup star has failed to add to his tally in 35 attempts before returning to Valhalla in the Bluegrass State, better known for Bourbon and the Kentucky Derby. And former Ryder Cup captain Curtis Strange reckons the world number 2 can still make up for lost time and get back on the winning horse. "I hate to say he hasn't reached his potential, but I would agree with that because we thought so much of his game," said the ESPN analyst. "We just thought he was going to be spectacular. He has been spectacular at times but not as consistent. We never thought he was going to be as consistent as Tiger Woods the way he played. He played full throttle. He was all out. And he hasn't won the majors that we had thought he would or hoped he would. Why? Only he can answer that." Read more: Major Champion Issues Withering Live Golf Assessment, It's Not Real Golf. Exclusive: YouTube Golf capitalizes on Live Golf fallout, and the PGA Tour has listened. But he's been phenomenal. Let's not think that his career is over. I think this week is a big week for him because at 35, if he could win a major championship, then the energy that it would create within him to do more might be phenomenal. Since his tied 22nd finish at the Masters, Mcilroy has won the Zurich Classic and lost out in his bid to return to the PGA Tour policy board while turning 35. A decade ago, just after splitting from Caroline Wozniacki, he only had golf on his mind. His golden summer of 2014 saw him win the Open, the WGC Bridgestone Invitational and then the US PGA in the dark after a final round rain delay. For all the latest on news, politics, sports, and showbiz from the USA, go to the Mirror US. Mcilroy has not won a major since lifting the Wanamaker Trophy at Valhalla 10 years ago. The Ulsterman had annoyed the penultimate pairing of Phil Mickelson and Ricky Fowler by getting them to wait on the 18th fairway as he drove off in fading light before winning by a single shot with a closing par in Louisville. "I'm not a huge fan of conflict, but when push comes to shove, I will," Mcilroy recalled. "That was one of those times when I needed to sort of assert my will on a situation. I think if I wasn't as pushy as I was, I would have had to sleep on that lead and on the tee shot overnight. I just didn't want to do that. I think the guys up ahead were pretty unhappy with how it all unfolded. I got the result that I was looking for in the end, and that's all that matters."